So let's crack on with questions 5 through 8 of this March 2013 higher tier calculator paper. Here we're talking about John's flower garden. It's in the shape of a circle, and we're told that the diameter is 5 meters all the way across my circle. John wants to put fencing around the garden, and the fencing costs £1.80 per metre. We need to work out the cost of the fencing. Well, in order to do that, I need to know that the circumference of a circle can be found by multiplying pi by d. The circumference of a circle is pi times d, pi times d, pi times d, and so on. So we know here that our d, the diameter, is 5. And if I multiply the circumference, if I multiply pi by 5, I get 15.7, rounded roughly. So that's 15.7 meters around the edge of his flower garden. Now I need to multiply my 15.7 by the cost of the fence, which is £1.80 per metre. And the final answer here is £28.26. Here's a question that looks quite tricky, but actually is really straightforward. Mr. Watkins needs to go out and buy some oil for his central heating, and we're told about the capacity of his tank is 1500 litres, and there is already 850 litres of oil in the tank. He's going to fill up the tank with oil. This is the price per litre, and very nicely Mr. Watkins manages to get 5% discount on the price he pays. So what do we need to do? Well, the tank has a capacity of 1500 litres, 1500 litres. He's already got 850 litres, so he needs an extra 650 litres of oil. So he needs to purchase 650 litres of oil. 650 litres of oil times by the price of the oil, which is 67.2 pence a litre, gives me a total price of 43,680 pence. Now I want to put this amount into pounds, so that's going to be £436.80. Now that's how much he pays in total, but that doesn't take into account his discount. He gets 5% off the price of the oil. So let's find 5%. Lots of different ways of doing this. Our old favourite, find Mr. 10%, which is going to be £43.68. Then we can half that to find out Mr. 5%, which is £21.84. Now all I need to do is take that off, because he gets a 5% off the price of the oil, so I need to do my £436.80, and I need to subtract from that the £21.84 discount he receives to end up with my final answer of £414.96. Question 7 on speed, distance, time. So we're told about Peter, who's going for a walk, and we're told he walks 15 miles in 6 hours. We need to work out his speed in miles per hour. Lots of different ways we can do this. I'm just going to show you quickly 2. So we know the miles was 15 and the hours was 6. I want to find out how many miles he goes per hour. So I want to find out for 1 hour. So I can simply divide this by 6, divide this by 6, and my answer is 2.5. So there we have 2.5 miles per hour. The other way we can do this is by thinking about our formula triangles. So we know that for speed, we want distance divided by time, or if we remember this as Downing Street, or any other way you choose to remember it. Filling in the numbers, we know that the speed is equal to the distance, which is 15, divided by the time, which was 6, and notice that's exactly what we've done here, 15 divided by 6. 15 divided by 6 gives me my speed, which is going to be 2.5 miles per hour. We're then given some information. 5 miles is 8 kilometres, and Sunita says that Peter walked more than 20 kilometres. Is Sunita right? We must show our working. Well, we know that 5 miles is 8 kilometres. We know that Peter walked 15 miles. So that's 3 times as much. So this will be 3 times as much, which would be 24 kilometers. And again, because this question is asterisk, we need to write down a full written answer, which is going to be yes, Sunita is correct, because Peter did walk more than 20 kilometers. Trial and improvement. One of my favourite questions, because it's so formulaic and it's so easy to pick up the marks. So we know that we're looking for a solution to this equation, and we're using this method of trial and improvement. Because I know it's trial and improvement, I'm going to set up my little trial and improvement grid, where this is my guess. I'm told that the answer is somewhere between 2 and 3, so my first guess is going to be that x is 2.5. Then I plug into my calculator, 2.5 cubed minus 3 times 2.5, and that comes out to be 8.215, which is too small. So I think, right, I need a bigger number, so let's try 2.9. Well, if I put in 2.9 cubed and take away 3 lots of 2.9, I get 15.689, which I was only looking for 15, that's too big. So I must try one smaller. And so on, I put in 2.8 cubed minus 3 times 2.8, and I get 13.552, which is too small. Now I have one answer that's too big, and the next one which is too small, and the difference between these is only 0.1. Now I have to check the middle. 2.85, so again I run through the same routine and I get 14.599125, which is too small. At this point I stop. I have checked one either side and I've checked the one in the middle, and I stop. And I'm just going to put myself down a little number line. This is 2.8, this is 2.9, and in the middle here I've got 2.85. I knew that 2.8 was too small, I knew that 2.85 was too small, and I know that 2.9 is too big. So the actual solution is going to lie somewhere in this interval. Now remember, with these questions I'm always asked to give my answer correct to 1 decimal place. So I want to know, am I closer to 2.8 or 2.9? Because I fall in this interval, I must be closer to 2.9, so there I have my final answer. Thanks for watching. Coming up next, questions 9 through 12.